Hey, so in this video, we're going to see if SellerAmp SaaS or BuyBot Go provides us with the most information and in the best way possible when doing retail arbitrage. So as we're out and about in stores scanning products to see what we want to sell on Amazon, we need to make sure that we are getting the best information, and we also need it to be efficient. So it needs to be easily readable. We need it to be something whereby we can tweak it to our taste. So if there's a certain something we want to see first in the analysis lineup, we can move that around, like the general layout, the feel, the user friendliness. We need that as much as we need all of those useful analysis results, because that just makes for a better retail arbitrage experience. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So you're out in the store. Let's scan with SellerAmp first. So boom, scan that barcode. 1, 2. So within maybe like 2 seconds there, it's brought us everything. But what we then need to do is go ahead and enter in our cost price. So let's say it was £1, and it looks like it's been working that out at the same time as us entering that in. So it's quite quick in that respect. In terms of like navigation and such, you've got all of these little buttons at the top, so you can quickly head to like a certain area very quickly. So it's quite quick to get to certain places and such. So what do we actually have in here? So we've got some quick information. We can see eligibility, any alerts on that product, the BSR, the estimated sales, the max cost price, the actual cost price and sell price, which we can change there, the profit and the ROI. We've got the profit calculator, so we can change the cost and sell price here as well. For me personally, I don't know why it needs to be in such close proximity of each other. Like, it's all there on the first sort of like bit without even having to scroll anywhere. So I just feel like that's personally, taking up a bit of space. But it's nice to have that quick info, so you can just sort of go yes or no, more or less straight away if you saw that the alerts and eligibility, for example. So yeah, you've got all of the numbers right here and the costs, total fees, so you get a breakdown there when you tap on that, and you can change the quantity right there. You've got the ranks and prices, so a summary of what's going on with the buy box, sellers on the listing, and the BSR as well, the estimated sales. You've got the alerts right here, so you can see if Amazon's showing the buy box, if there's any IP issues, size, multiple. You've got some sales charts right here, so you can understand the history of the product, and if you tap on any point, you get a breakdown of what's going on. And if you pinch and zoom in with 2 fingers, you can zoom into a certain time frame and move it along, like so. You can change the time frame here, and you have the opportunity to export that item to a Google Sheet. You've got some notes right there. You can apply a discount. You can see what the item's doing in different marketplaces. You've got the competition analysis right here, so you can see the recent offers, or you can switch it to prime only, all offers, recent, live. So you've got that information right there. You've got the history, an ROI table, a keeper chart, and that's pretty much all you've got here. In terms of moving things around, that's in your settings. So you can move everything around here by just tapping and then dragging it as to where exactly it is that you want it. So it might be that you move alerts up, however it is that you want. You can actually turn certain sections on or off depending what you actually want there. So it might not be that you want that, so you can turn that off. And that's basically it, so save those settings. Now if you go off of that scan, say if you were to go to your settings and change something, you have to go back into history and open that back up again in order to get those analysis results. So it took a couple of seconds to load that up just there. So yeah, you do get all of the essential information. You kind of get it all in one go right there. So take that as you want to take it. So that you might prefer having it all in one space like that. Or you might prefer having certain bits in different sections, whatever your take on that is. There's not really much difference between this and the SellerAmp extension. Like, there's not like a completely different look and feel to it. It's fairly the same as the extension. So if you like consistency, like if you like the fact that this is basically the same as the extension just on the phone, then a massive win for you. But there's certain ways that I would have probably calibrated this for mobile use. It just seems like, it's not, it is made for mobile, yeah, but it's not like, it doesn't have that feel like it was intended for mobile, because it's more or less exactly the same as the extension. So yeah, in terms of like user friendliness, it's not the friendliest one I've come across, but of course you get all of that information right there. It's very basic in terms of like what you can see as well. So like it's simple to read, and you can still move sections around. You've got quick navigation at the top. I do like that about it. So, you can quickly just get to the bit that you want to get to. But yeah, that's what I think about SellerAmp. You've got all that essential info. That's what SellerAmp's retail arbitrage app is. But now let's go ahead and take a look at BuyBotGo in comparison. So let's go ahead and scan the product. Let's scan the barcode. So now it's just going to load up the results. And it's different to SellerAmp in the sense of before you actually get into the full analysis, you just type in the cost price right here. So you've already gone ahead and done that. So now it's going to work out everything. So yeah, within a matter of seconds, very, very quickly, it's brought us everything. So yeah, I mean, it kind of like levels with SellerAmp in that respect. With SellerAmp, you would have to scan it, then go ahead and enter in the cost price whilst you're in there. Whereas with this, you have to enter in the cost price first, and then everything's worked out for you when you get in this. You don't have to really touch anything else. But yeah, so you've got pretty much everything you need. So this has actually had a brand new update as well. This is the thing that I really like about the guys at BuyBotGo. They're constantly updating their softwares, whether that be the extension or the mobile app. And like this was made purely for mobile. It's not like they've taken the extension and tried to make it mobile like friendly. This is a whole entire app dedicated to retail arbitrage, and it's been made for that function. So yeah. In terms of what you get right here, you can actually change the marketplace you're analyzing in at the top. You've got reanalyze constantly there, so if you change anything, you can change it wherever you are. You can quickly get into a new scan again. You can add it to a queue if you want to. You can change the cost price, sell price there, quantity, the costs. If you tap that, you get a breakdown right there. So it just requires a tap, and that's all. You can show similar products to the one that you're looking at there. So if this one didn't quite work out for you, it can find similar results for you just from that. So if this didn't work out, you can see similar things. Maybe there's something there on the shelf that would actually work out you didn't realize in the first instance. So I really like that about it. And then you can obviously change the storage fee. So that slide there, toggle on merchant fulfilled. If it's part of a bundle, you got the discounts right here, the IP, the confidence score, the estimated sales, the previous, the current, and the predicted. If I was logged into Seller Central there, you'll be able to see the eligibility, if it's dangerous goods or not. You got the alerts right there. You have the Profit Protector Pro integration, so you can actually tap this and set it up for your pricing in the Profit Protector Pro app, because that is actually integrated with it. So you can actually set it for something for your pricing straight away, so you can see it in the store and decide, yeah, I'm going to buy this, so let's get it set up for your pricing right now. So you can actually do that. So that integration is really powerful. You can export it to Google Sheets. You got some quick links there to eBay and Google, to different parts of Seller Central, the ROI table, some BSR and prices, basics right there, IOSS. So if you're in the UK selling out to the EU, you can see the VAT rates for different marketplaces and how much profit you'd make by selling into those marketplaces. The charts are on a separate tab. Now I like this because this section is dedicated to charts. So you can quickly go in here, you get a bigger chart there. It's easier to sort of like check out. You can break down certain parts so it's easier to read. So you can actually take certain parts away, then add them back in to read it bit by bit. And of course you can change the time frame there, pinch and zoom in. You got the buy box statistics right here, so you can see who's had the most buy box possession, and you've got ACE and averages right here, so you can see averages for different factors for different time periods. So that's really useful. If we go back to the analysis, right, you can tap on the arrow icons at the top and then adjust how you want things. So it could be that you move the alerts up, save, and it will, change everything. That's really cool. So that's right there. You don't have to go somewhere completely different. It's all there in the analysis. Speaking of that, The competition and variations has got its own tab. That's something we didn't have just there in SaaS, the ability to look at variations as well. There's no variations on this listing, I don't think, so there's nothing really to show, but it would show you the different variations and the ranks, the reviews and so forth for all the different variations, so you can decide which variation of the item is the best. You've got the competition right there, you got some summaries at the bottom. So yeah, all really useful. Even if I moved over to the Q say and then went back to the analysis, so back there, it's still there. Don't have to reload it again. It's all still there. Then just head on to a new scan and, continue scanning. So BuyBotGo for me is a lot more user friendly. It was made for the phone, right? That's the whole point of it. Especially with this new update as well. The guys have really aced it here. You got everything you need to see right there. If you move alerts up to say where storage fees is, that's just how I've got mine laid out, where storage fees is right below. But if you moved alerts up, for example, you got everything you need to see right there. Just a tap here and a tap there to get into the more intricate details. And there's not much else you have to do once you get onto this analysis. The charts have got their own section, whereby you can actually see what it is you're trying to look at in terms of the history. I like that they've got the buy box statistics and that you can see variations and so forth. So for me, I've got to rate BuyBotGo higher than SellerAmp in multiple respects here. SellerAmp gives you all the essentials, sure, and if you like the fact that it is the same as the extension, then that's a win for you. But for me, BuyBotGo just absolutely tops it. It is made for retail arbitrage. Hopefully that helps you decide which app's going to be more useful for you. And I forgot to mention as well the ability to offline scan. That's what Q4 is, by the way. So, when you access the queue, if you're offline, you can scan things in that queue, add them to your queue. When you're online again, you can sync that queue and auto-analyze and then get the analysis results, everything that you scan, so you don't have to note down what you found if you're offline when you're doing retail arbitrage, because that's a very real scenario. But yeah, they're going to keep updating this app as well. I don't think SellerAmp have added much new to their app, for a while. I don't think they update as much as the guys at BuyBotGo. So yeah, I've got to rate BuyBotGo higher for multiple reasons. But you decide. Hopefully this gives you enough to go off of. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you soon.